Welcome. I'm excited about having you join me. And all you really have to do here is enter your email and click Let's Get Started. And then I'm going to walk you through just sort of my question process to see if we can identify what are your right now opportunities or right now challenges and which stuff might scratch the itch for whatever your primary purpose is. Feel free on the down here, you can see that there's a place that'll just sort of track as we move forward. As you identify things you're interested in, we'll keep track of them here under products, benefits, the different raw materials that you might need in order to create some of your products or stuff, what the marketing assets you have, so where you're going to be distributing things, and then also just sort of some of our special big guides that you might be able to have some of your stuff incorporated into. But again, best thing to do right now is just click Get Started. And what's happened now is that it's going to store your answers. And the first thing we want to just do is get clear on what's the right stuff. Um, what and whether maybe our accelerate to a deliverable working session might be what you need. So would you like to start with, I know what I want to create, just show me the products? Do you want me to tell me a little bit about your problem so that I can maybe identify what stuff would best scratch your particular itch? Or do you want to start with your raw materials, the things that you already have, and see which stuff might be easier to create? So all you have to do is just click one of these, and then it will take you to the next. Also, I just want to check, we have a workshop, or it's actually a working session scheduled for May 24th. If you are interested, if you see some value here, if you kind of hone in on a product that you think you'd like to create, then just want to check in and see whether you're available. So let's focus on your chief challenge. So I put a bunch of them in front of here, and you're probably going to want to choose a bunch, but just go through and see, is this that you're just getting started with your business? You don't really have a great system for converting prospects into clients. You're not getting enough repeat business or referrals. You're not getting enough referrals from your business network. Do your prospects take too much time? You're not getting enough visitors or prospects. Your clients want more. Taking too much energy to fulfill and serve your existing clients. Your team members aren't sort of stepping up and as effective as you want. You don't have systematic or documentable or documented processes. Is it your prospects aren't seeing value and they're choosing your competitors, or they're doing nothing? Or do you just want some more income, some additional programs? So choose what your chief challenge is right now. Then identify what would be the primary big business benefit that you would get from creating something. Is it that you want to have share your knowledge and experience more widely? Do you want to speed up the sales cycle? It's kind of just a different way of talking about the previous question, right? That's your problem. This is your benefit. So go through and see which of these would just be your right now. All of them are good, right? All benefits are good, but which would be your right now? And then right here, I'm just going to start walking you through some of the products. And you can do it one of two ways. I can just take you on a tour where you go through, I'll walk you through the 22 different product options, and you can see for each one how it might be beneficial, what raw materials are necessary, where you might plug it into your distribution chain, a little bit of explanation from me as to how it might work for you. Or do you just want to go through and select your own? All right, so you're going to pick your own here. So just go through and you can identify for each one which of these you're interested in selecting, that you'd be interested in working on. And if you need or want a little bit of information about each one, you just more. And what it'll do is it will give you kind of an overview, as well as for each one, it'll identify, let me pause this. So it'll give you the benefits of creating and sharing this product, sort of how this feature or how this product would be tied to some benefits. Then how you could share it, where you can share it in your current sort of marketing, customer service, distribution chain. What are the raw materials that would be involved in creating it? And then what are some other related products? Sometimes this is a situation where if you create this, you got a bunch of information for others. Sometimes it's a situation where other things can be helpful in terms of creating this. Sometimes it's a matter of where it might feed into another distribution process. Okay? And then as you're going through it, you can either just switch or you can click X and go back to the main list. And if you'd like it, if you kind of want to add it to your cart, your consideration cart, this isn't a shopping cart, it's a consideration cart, you can click I like this one. It will be added to your list for future reference. Once you're done exploring or the tour, just click Next. Okay? And by the way, at any time, if you want to learn a little bit more about the workshop, just click here. This will tell you about the workshop that we have planned, some other things, and if you're interested in reserving a seat, or if you want to get some more information about some things that I can do for you with regards to producing this, then do that. Feel free to contact me on any of these items. So go back there. And so let's look at raw materials. For each of these, you need to do a little bit of inventory, and we'll do this officially. As you see here, I'll be giving you an asset readiness inventory audit as part of your pre-workshop homework, but you want to identify, do I have these things, etc. So just store it, and it'll all be saved for you. And then we want to look at where would this stuff be distributed. So you can look and see which of these things you have, which of these you don't have. Some of these we may want to build as part of this process, but ultimately you have stuff right now, and the stuff that we create can go get plugged in there. And then, as I mentioned, there's sort of guides that we create, and if you have stuff, then we can incorporate some of your stuff into the guides, depending on, again, if it's valuable, if it's big advice, information, and tools that would be valuable for us to put in front of either our clients, or these guides are some things that different people can put in front of their own. This is just some social media thinking. You know, where are you already active? Where would you like to plug your information in? And then what would be some of your benefits, some of the benefits that you would see coming from the specific stuff that you're thinking about creating? Do they create any of these benefits for you? This comes down to, what do you want to do? Some people get excited by this and they're like, I would definitely want it. Some of it requires just doing it. Some of it can be outsourced. I do some of this stuff for other people. You can take a look at it and see how interested you are. And then this is the big competition. The people who participate in my working session, I'm doing a little competition. Whoever's voted by the participants 30 days later or 21 days later as having made the most progress will get a refund of their fee. The fee is for the done for you service. It typically ranges from the $4,500 to $7,500 range, depending on the project that we're creating. The goal here is to get together and in a little group be able to actually work through and do some of the work. I'll go through some principles, but basically that. And then if you're a member, if you're a big member, it's $350. If you're a non-member, it's $450. If you can't make it, but you'd like to participate, get the information, as well as participate in the follow-up coaching, then you can do that as well, and you can just add that to the cart. Feel free to contact me if you have questions, but obviously part of the promise here is that I've tried to answer as many of these questions as possible, and so we'll go from there and see how well I did. And return to diagnostic. And then here, if you click submit and get results, it'll just put up a kind of a recommendations based on what you've selected as to what would be maybe the most valuable for you, as well as your list of selected items.